Good onboarding means the new hire can replicate the ideal process as fast as possible. That's my definition of what good onboarding is. So the new person that you hired can just replicate the winning system that gets you your customer acquisition cost that is good as fast as possible. Which also means if you onboard people the same way every time, and they always do the same thing the same way at the same time, then you will get the same results every time from every person. And that's why this is important, because you can't scale predictably if every person always does something else. So onboarding, if you want to put this in a formula, is percentage of similarity to winning process times speed. All right. So what this means is that during the onboarding phase, you have two objectives. You need to drill them on the process so that they stick to it, the winning process, and you need to do that as fast as possible. Doesn't matter if they do it right if it takes them 6 months to get there, because that's 6 months of salary paid without them bringing in returns. So if we do these two things right, we have good onboarding, which follows this formula. Okay? So how do we do that? Well, for someone to understand your process or system, let's say, they need, like at first principles, they need information. And to be more specific, for a salesperson, they need to learn 4 things. Scripts, which means what to say. Tonality, which means how to say it. SOPs, which means how to do certain actions. And schedules, which means when to do certain actions. If they learn these 4, they will say the right things the right way and do the right action at the right time, which means, you guessed it, they replicated the system that got you the KPIs that you wanted. And that's a success, all right? So let's break down each one of these 4 things. How does someone learn a script? Well, I got this from Alex Hormozi. He's great. But for someone to learn a script, the scientifically proven fastest method are these 7 steps. So they need a script, obviously. So you write a script and you give it to them. And then you're going to print out 2 copies of that thing. And they're going to read it out loud in full once. Full thing. And then you're going to take that sheet of paper, one of them, hide the other one, black out 1 word, only one, so that they can't read it anymore. And then they're going to read the whole thing again out loud, and they're going to fill in that word, okay? And you repeat that process until you stare at a blank page with every word blacked out and you know what to say. And you use the second copy in case you forget what to say. Simple as that. And so if you do this, you're going to say the script as many times as there are words in the script. But each time you need to remember 1 more word. And if you do this right, you're going to breathe the script. You're going to know it perfectly. Because if the script has 200 words, you just practice it 200 times, each time just adding 1 word. And this may sound repetitive, but this is what winning sales teams do. It's not like, oh yeah, just say this and say that, and here's an onboarding Notion doc. And then they don't do stuff, and everyone in the team does different things. And you wonder why, everyone's complaining for different quality or stuff like that. I've seen it all happen with clients we work with. So the script is important because if you know how to say things and how to do things, but you don't know what to say, then nothing really matters. And so if they do this and you drill everyone, even if you're not onboarding, by the way, your current reps can also do this. You need a good script. If they do this in full, they follow these 7 steps, they're going to know what to say.